from 8 p.m. onwards, like all through the night, like I'm getting threat calls, I'm getting hate messages, I'm a lot of things that has happened in the last 24 hours. I do think it has been very hurtful to me as a person. It came to the BBC documentary. I did say that it comes from certain place and we should be a little cautious about it, and it was a very innocuous and observation, I would say. Next few hours I had a lot of calls from many places, a lot of text messages saying that I should retract my tweet. I think at this particular point of time, I think it is the right course of action, because a lot of things that has happened in the last 24 hours, I do think it has been very hurtful to me as a person and as somebody who has been deeply involved with the Congress party all through my life, and coming from a place where my father has been working in this organization for the last 6 decades. So coming from such a background and a place, like I do feel that whatever happened in the last 24 hours, especially from certain corners of the Congress, has not been the best of any responses, and I do think that at this point, it is the best course of action.
What triggered the most of you, and what is the main reason behind that?
See, end of the day, yesterday morning I did make a tweet, and the tweet was done with good intentions, the best of my intentions, where I made a certain comment. And the comment was that I do oppose the BJP also in many things. I have been opposing it all through my life. However, when it comes to certain things, especially what concerns our core national interest, our sovereignty, our security, our strategic interests, any of our core interest, I do think that we shouldn't be playing with fire, because this is compromising a lot of things for which there will be a lot of long-term ramifications. So this is why when it came to the BBC documentary, I did say that it comes from certain place and we should be a little cautious about it, and it was a very innocuous and observation, I would say. But then sadly what happened is, let's say after that, in the next few hours, I am not going to give names at this moment, because I do think that people speak to me with certain degree, they do expect certain amount of privacy and trust, so I wouldn't want to break it at this moment, so I'm not naming anybody. But in the next few hours, I had a lot of calls from many places, a lot of text messages saying that I should retract my tweet, I should, let's say, and you are standing for free speech, you say that you are against hatred, but then from 8 p.m. onwards, like all through the night, like I'm getting threat calls, I'm getting hate messages, my Facebook page, you go to my Facebook page, I have deleted everything, like it is a lot of explicits and a lot of abuses. And I do think that somebody who, like end of the day, these kind of people, I do feel that from where I come from, I don't think that these are the kind of people I should be working with, and I think this is very disappointing to see where this has reached. Like I joined the party and I started working for the party. The first election I worked with was with Mr. Mullapalli Ramachandran and Dr. Shashi Tharoor. He was the person who put a lot of trust in me and took me to the organization. And we were working, we had built a very good team with a lot of good work ethics. But sadly now it has come down to a place where now politics means that just because you oppose somebody, like you will go to any extent, even if it is against the country's interest, and even if it's somebody who has been working with you for decades, like you will actually abuse everything and try to tear down that person just because you don't like one word they are saying. That is, I would say, the height of intolerance. It is very disappointing, because you have our leader, Sri Rahul Gandhi, who is walking from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, spreading the message of love. And here you have his supporters who sadly is tearing down everything he is trying to achieve with this kind of behavior.
Anil, have you spoke to a Congress senior leader that you are going to resign for all the
No, this is my this is my personal decision, which I had taken after a lot of thought, and I do think this is the best course of action, but I haven't discussed this with anybody, including my father, because I did think that end of the day I should make my own call on this.
Is your resignation accepted?
I have made the resignation. It is up to the leadership to accept it, but I sincerely hope that they will not keep this hanging, and they have to accept it, because end of the day I don't think I'll be it will be in the best of my interest as well as the party's interest to take it, accept it.
If Congress senior leaders ask you to please come back, will you?
I haven't gone anywhere. Like end of the day, I have resigned from all roles, and I think that it is best that I pursue my professional endeavors at this time.
But your heart still remains for the Congress.
It is always with the Congress. It has always been that. I'm a born congressman, and I don't think that will change. But at this particular juncture, I don't think that it is in anybody's interest to keep this going, where I don't think that at this current Congress has a space for me.
What's your father's reaction on this?
I haven't spoken to him on that after that.
You haven't informed?
No, I haven't, no.
Why?
I think, like I said, like it is something I just did half an hour back, and my dad is actually traveling for a personal function which is happening in the family. So at this moment, I think that it is better when we have some time, we will discuss on it. But at this moment, I didn't get time for that.
Anil, do you feel that youngsters are most of the youngsters like you in Congress party, they are sidelined by the senior leaders?
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't even say it is a question of youngsters and old people, etc., etc. I wouldn't want to
Many of
give.
the youngsters have left Congress.
Many people have left the Congress, including many veterans as well as many youngsters. So this is not a question of youngsters and old people. I wouldn't again want to go into that at this moment because I feel it is too early and a little inappropriate. But the last few months, years, we have seen, 2 years, we have seen many senior leaders, including former chief ministers, cabinet ministers, even young people, some of the best young talents who have all left, and we need to wonder why that happened.
This is the most dangerous thing in Congress party.
End of the day, we have to keep everybody together, and I hope that effort comes with time.
Rahul Gandhi is putting so much of effort.
Yes, he is putting a lot of effort, and that is why I feel for him, because end of the day, if this is the kind of supporters he is having, where he is standing for love, but at the same time the hatred these people spew is actually even worse than the worst in any other party. And let's say you stand for free speech, and at the same time the intolerance they show is actually worse than anybody in anywhere in the political spectrum. So that is what I feel.